because I'm broker than I have ever been. Welcome back. Today I'm creating a video on my journey from setback to success, what I've learned. But first, I gotta go to a job. I just wrapped up that job. I'm headed on the way home. It was a small handyman job. She just needed a few things done. Light bulbs changed, air filters changed. She had this piece of furniture, this wooden chest that has been in her family for a long time. She really cares about. She had it broken by a little kid, needed it to be put back together perfectly. So I handled little things like that. It was only an hour, but good to get some work in. And through this video, you'll see why, because right now, I need every possible job I can get because I'm broker than I have ever been. So super glad I could even get in anything today. Now we're headed on the way back. Lots of traffic right now. That's Florida for you. But I wanted to get into a little bit about my journey from setback to success, where I'm at right now, a little bit about that journey for myself, what I've learned through it. Life is gonna go like this, right? You're gonna have really great points, you're gonna have really bad points. So I think a conclusion that I have came to is that if your self-worth and your identity is completely wrapped up inside of your work, your success, whatever it may be for you, and you are controlled by that, then you're always gonna be going up and down in your self-esteem, your confidence, your overall joy and well-being. And that's not what you want to do, because that's what I'm experiencing right now, is going from the point where I felt like so confident, the world is amazing, I've conquered the world, I'm successful, I'm the best, whatever, to now at a low point when, you know, things haven't been going my way. I'm going through a big adjustment period in my life, and that's torn me down. I don't feel confident. I don't feel like I have a high self-worth. I don't value myself highly. I'm dealing with self-esteem issues. I'm not feeling confident in my own body, in my own skin, in my own mental capabilities, work capabilities, all of it. So I've realized now that moving forward in life, I have to learn how to not associate all of my self-worth with my work. I have to separate those two things. Who I am as a person is not being successful, making $1 million. Who I am as a person is me. I got cut off there because I had to pull in the gas station and the camera actually fell. But what I was saying is that I think that my whole life, I've really struggled seeing my worth outside of my work. That's why I care about work so much, and I work so hard and all the time, because I think subconsciously I've always thought that, hey, okay, if I can start a business, work for myself, be extremely successful, make a lot of money, however much it is, then I'm worth a lot. I'm a really amazing person. Instead of seeing my worth for purely who I am as a man, nothing else included. I was at the point where I felt better than I had in my whole entire life. So you can bet that that ramp coming down was hard and fast, leading me to the point where I'm at right now, which is I've been really lost, struggling. This is a very hard time in my life. I'm having to adapt, grow, and change in my environment very rapidly. This has been extremely hard on me, but it's made me realize an opportunity where I need to grow. When there's something that you need to improve on, you need to learn the skill of seeing that, having the awareness of that, which I have now just come into awareness of this, and then actively flipping that switch and turning that into an opportunity. Okay, hey, I put too much of my self-worth into my work. So moving forward, how can I change that? Do I need to get into some more therapy sessions to work through that? I'm out in the backyard right now, just taking the dogs to go potty real quick. Zeus, come here. Here's my roommate's dog, Cap. And then Zeus, come on. Come here. My new husky. Love him. So fun watching them run around and play together. It's all play fighting, but super fun to watch. I was thinking a little bit before I got back home about the last clips that I was just filming about having your self-worth wrapped up in your work and how that's not good. And I wanted to tie that into this whole video by saying the reason why that's a huge problem, well, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons why that's a huge problem and something that you want to work on fixing is because it is a million times harder to make money when you're not confident and you don't feel good about yourself. So when you are confident and you do feel really good about yourself and everything that you're doing, it is so easy to make money. You can go and sell anything to anyone, versus when you don't feel confident, you don't feel good about yourself, it is so hard to sell anything because you don't believe in yourself. Versus when you have that conviction in yourself and what you do, it almost becomes like nothing is impossible. You can do anything you want. So if you're in that place like I'm at right now, it needs to be urgent that you maybe get in therapy or do whatever it is to shift from gaining your worth or realizing your worth outside of your work or whatever it is for you, because doing so will really allow you to be successful in the other areas of your life, because it's really easy to keep making money once you are successful already and you're in that mindset of, hey, I'm amazing, I'm successful, I can do anything I want. So if you can learn how to curate building a good self-worth outside of your workplace, then it'll be that much easier to reduce the amount of time that you stay in these low points and go straight back into the points where you're thriving. Because emotionally, you won't be on so much of a roller coaster. You'll be able to kind of flatline through that, if that makes sense. I'm out walking the dog right now in the neighborhood. We're at a little dog park. Got the lake back here. Look how just insanely beautiful this is. What a vibe. Tons of sports courts over here too. I love this neighborhood. All right, it is actually the next day. I wanted to finish that video yesterday. I tried finishing it in my room and basically this light bulb kept going in and out. So lighting was horrible. Didn't feel like setting up excess lighting. Anyways, next day, Zeus is actually riding with me. We're gonna go pick him up some food from PetSmart. Funny enough, when I got him from the shelter, they had a deal with PetSmart that if you adopt a dog from that shelter, you get a free bag of food, right? So I did that. But I'm trying to save money. He needs some more food, just ran out. So I'm gonna go to another PetSmart because when I got that free bag of food, they didn't like mark off anything on his paperwork or even look at it. So I'm literally just gonna go to the next closest PetSmart and just do it again and get a free bag of food. Maybe not thing to do, maybe not super ethical, but hey, I gotta save money right now. I even went to the Dollar General yesterday for shopping and somehow I found Lemonade 3D, if it'll focus. Pretty nuts, shout out Christian. Being accountable for where you're at in your life right now, making sure that you're not blaming any people or circumstances, but coming to the realization that where you are in life right now all comes down to you. It's your fault, it's your responsibility. So over these past few days, I've really come to that realization and come to the point that where I'm at in my life right now, it's me. I need to stop playing that victim mindset. Oh, poor me, it's because of this or it's because of that. No, where I'm at in my life right now is strictly an outcome of the actions that I've taken. After you've taken accountability, I think this is where you really are looking forward to the future and planning your attack, planning your strategy to move forward out of this position. And for me, what that looks like is the most important thing I need to do right now is make a little bit of money. All right, so the best way to make money is doing what you already know works. Because that's why I lost money, is because I spent so much of my time that I had putting it into these digital products or whatever it may be, this online income streams that weren't producing me income yet. When really the best way to make money when you need money is doing what works. Maybe for you, that's going and getting a 9-to-5 job and getting some consistent paychecks. while you build this other business and this dream life that you want. For me, what's worked is Haley Home Services. Unfortunately, it didn't work well in Tampa so far. It's a harder market, can't charge as much, way more competition, so it's a lot harder here. But I also put it on the back burner while I was trying to do these other things. So now it's time to lock in and go full attack mode on that business. That means I'm doing everything I possibly can. All the time I have, I'm door knocking. You know, I'm going to door, knocking on doors. No one likes to do that, but it's what I have to do in this moment. You're gonna have to sacrifice right now for a better future. So I'm gonna be doing everything I possibly can to be nailing down jobs and getting a little bit of cash, a little bit of safety net to play around with. And as I continue to build that, then I can worry about, hey, what do I want to do in my future long term? How do I want to make money? How do I want to impact the world? But if you're not already making money from other income streams, then you can't really be focused on that. And I think that is what I was focused on, instead of focusing on, hey, okay, how do I make money right now? That way I can put my best into what I'm going to create in the future. I think this has all just been pretty disappointing for me, coming from a point where, you know, I felt amazing. You know, I felt like I was super successful. I had made it. And now I'm coming to the point where I have to face the fact that I made it with Haley Home Services. That's awesome, that's great, but I don't want to, now I know, I don't want to do that long term. I don't want to do that forever. That's okay, but I now have to come to the conclusion that I'm nobody right now. I'm nothing. I am not successful, and that's totally fine. I was going in this direction, and now I pivoted, and I'm going in a completely different direction, building a completely new life. I think it's also important to realize that nothing in your life is a failure. Nothing in your life is a total loss. I have been feeling pretty down because it felt like, okay, I had built this business and I was really successful, and now I'm pivoting in a different direction, and it kind of feels like I lost everything, and I'm starting from day one with nothing. And that's a really defeating feeling that has just felt like a huge weight on my shoulders. But I heard Alex Hermosi actually talking about this in one of his YouTube videos, and it really helped me out. That wasn't a failure. That was just experience points. Just like in video games, you get experience points from that, and those experience points are really gonna help me in the future. So I'm not starting from day zero. I think it's true that to get to a new level in life, to get to that next level that you want to be at, it's going to require struggle and work, and sometimes maybe even a step back to be able to take a huge step forward in the future. And I think that's where I'm at right now, and I think it's really important that I come to grips with the fact that that's where I'm at, and being comfortable with that, and being comfortable with being new in a new industry and not being successful, starting back at the bottom with experience points. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm actually gonna sit down right now and edit it while watching the new Vic Blends episode with Tom Brady. I'm excited to watch that. It looks really amazing. But I appreciate you guys watching through this video, and I hope you learned something. So, peace out. See y'all in the next one.